brief. Saturday afternoon, as students were studying for finals, a masked gunman opened fire inside a classroom at Brown University. 9 students were injured, 2 were killed. The victims were not even 20 years old. This is every father and every mother's worst nightmare. For now, the shooter remains at large, and we urge residents in the area to listen to guidance from local law enforcement. Then, just a few hours later, on the first night of Hanukkah, on a popular beach in Sydney, Australia, two terrorists opened fire on Jewish Australians gathered in celebration. At least 15 were killed, another 29 injured. Among the murdered was a 10-year-old girl and an 87-year-old Holocaust survivor. Also among the murdered was Rabbi Eli Schlanger, a pillar of Brooklyn's Crown Heights community who welcomed a son to the world just 2 months ago. May the memories of all those killed and injured in this weekend be a blessing. I have warned repeatedly that anti-Semitism is a scourge around the world that must be condemned loudly and fought vigorously at every turn. The Jewish people have been collectively demonized, increasingly so in the last few years. And this tragedy in Sydney shows the danger, the abject danger, of letting anti-Semitic rhetoric and action go unchecked. So those of us in elected office have a responsibility to speak out against anti-Semitic rhetoric and conduct wherever it arises, whenever it arises. And separately, Congress must also take action against another poison of our age, that of rampant gun violence. Australia is no stranger to gun safety legislation. They famously took strong action in the 1990s and saw gun violence plummet. Yesterday, Australia's Prime Minister said the country will take another look at their gun safety laws and see where they can make improvements. If Australia can find courage to act after a tragedy like the one in Bondi Beach, Congress should certainly find the will to act after a tragedy like the one at Brown University. For the sake of those who were killed this weekend, and for the sake of so many lives we can save moving forward, Congress must again act against gun violence and act against all forms of violent hate.